What is going on, guys? Dave from Wake Up It's Football. Bringing you guys another Circus video. I did it a couple years ago with the Jets. The Circus is on the move, and the Circus is now in Cleveland with the Cleveland Browns. Without a doubt, hands down, all these off-the-field issues, all these problems with the best players on their team, and I know I just said best players, but Johnny Manziel, without a doubt, is going to be one of those players who probably ends up starting in Week 1. Let's talk about the Cleveland Browns. First of all, you think about the structure of the team, you think about who they're going to have, you think about the offense that they have, because I feel as if the defense is fine. They're set, there's not a problem there. It's the offense. It's the guys that they have there. You know, you think they have Ben Tate at running back, they have a franchise left tackle in Joe Thomas, they re-sign Alex Mack at center, they have Cameron Jordan at tight end. Well, who do they have at receiver and who do they have at quarterback? Those primetime positions, positions that everyone really loves to talk about. Well, at wide receiver, Josh Gordon, who led the league last year at wide receiver in yards, is now going to be suspended for at least a year because of his marijuana problems, his drug problems, and now he just gets arrested for DWI. They draft Johnny Manziel, this college player who everyone just was talking about, won the Heisman as a freshman, and Johnny Manziel gets drafted 22nd overall to the Cleveland Browns. Everyone thinks he's going to start now. But why are the Cleveland Browns a circus? Well, let's start with Johnny Manziel. First of all, me personally, I wouldn't have drafted Johnny Manziel because of all his off-the-field antics. While he was at Texas A&M, we saw all the pictures that came out with him with LeBron James and Rick Ross and all these other celebrities that he was with and the parties that he was going to. Even when he was underage, he was doing some underage drinking. This is the life of Johnny Manziel, and he says, I'm not going to change for anybody, this is me, leave me alone, blah, blah, blah. Well, a couple weeks ago, a picture of him comes out with, a stack of money up next to his ear. He says, I can't hear anybody because I got too much money next to my ear. The owner of the Cleveland Browns, Jimmy Haslam, comes out and says, I didn't like it, I don't like that, I want my people to talk to Johnny and tell him to tone it down. Well, to tone it down, what he does is he takes pictures with Floyd Mayweather, Justin Bieber, and this is just who Johnny Manziel is. Now, this is why I decided to make this video. Johnny Manziel has this picture surface up from a Las Vegas nightclub bathroom of him rolling up, I believe it is, a $20 bill. And why else would you roll up a $20 bill besides, potentially snorting some cocaine? We don't know. There's no picture, there's no video of him doing it, but he's rolling up a $20 bill. Usually that indicates, drug use. So we don't know what Johnny Manziel is doing, but the Cleveland Browns decided to draft him. Now that's their problem. It sounds like it's a circus already, but let's get to Josh Gordon, who was just recently arrested on DWI. Josh Gordon, again, led the league last year in receiving yards. I could label him as an elite wide receiver, very talented guy, and even missed 2 games last year due to a suspension and still led the league in receiving yards. Imagine what he could do with a guy like Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, but he had, a combination of Jason Campbell, Brian Hoyer, and Brandon Weeden. So Josh Gordon, very talented player, a guy who, could contribute drastically to any 32 teams in the NFL, gets arrested on DWI, is already looking at a 1-year suspension for his drug use with marijuana. This isn't looking good for the Cleveland Browns. This isn't looking good for Josh Gordon. And he gets bailed out. Who does he get bailed out by? He gets bailed out by a guy by the name of Hayden Fats Thomas, who is a convicted felon, and this guy, Josh Gordon, is involved with the wrong people. It sounds like he's involved with people who are, into drugs, who are into, the wrong lifestyle, and it's unfortunate for a guy who has as much talent as Josh Gordon has. So, I mean, it sounds like the top players that the Cleveland Browns are involved with are bad news. These are guys who are not going to get you good publicity. These are guys who are not going to, work well with your PR team, your any kind of team that you really want to build. You can't build them off of, drugs, partying, fat stacks of money, just poor publicity and getting yourself into trouble. So I believe the circus has moved to Cleveland. I think previously I had the Circus in Miami, actually, with the whole Bullygate scandal. But the Circus is now in Cleveland, without a doubt, with Johnny Manziel and Josh Gordon. Let me know what you guys think. Throw your comments, questions, and concerns down. What do you guys think about Johnny Manziel? Are you indifferent? Do you think he's just being a college kid, just being a young guy, doing his thing, partying it up? Or would you rather have a guy who, is more mature, understands the value of money, understands the value of his position now that he's potentially going to be the face of that franchise? And what do you think about Josh Gordon? The same thing applies to him. Leading the league in receiving, has a lot of talent, but just cannot stay away from drugs and making poor decisions. Throw those comments, questions, and concerns down below. But I'm Dave from Wake Up It's Football, and that's all I got for you guys today. I'm out.